but in Central Monrovia, it's really heavy. Very, very, very heavy. Those of you whose birthday is today, we like to say happy birthday to you. We wish you all of the best. We want to attempt to go to the BBC's website, not this website, but it's a African news page, and see exactly what are things happening here. The Kenyan authorities paid a network of trolls to threaten and intimidate young protesters during recent anti-government demonstrations. Amnesty International has said. A new report by the human rights organization said government agencies also employed surveillance and disinformation to target organizers of the mass protests, which swept Kenya across 2024 and 2025. Those of you who've joined us on our page, OKFM 99.5 and OKTV, we'd like to say good morning to all of you and thanks for always joining us. This morning we will speak briefly with the Assistant Minister responsible for economic policy, macroeconomics, and financial sector policy at the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, Henry Yankwi. He'll talk briefly about an ongoing working section to write the 2024 annual economic review that is taking place in Ganta in Nimba County. This morning at 8 o'clock, Kitman Senator Daba Mabandi Vapala, Senator Vapala will be here. She's a ranking member of the Unity Party, I think one of the senior national vice chairs. She will be here to talk about the Unity Party fundraiser and, intended for the construction of his headquarters. And then 9 o'clock, former Press Union of Liberia's Secretary General Attorney at Law Musa Kane will be here. He's a ranking member of the All Liberian Coalition Party of Lucinin Kamara. Musa will be here. He's a chair on press and propaganda. He will be here to tell us about ACO activities and other issues. ACO's relationship with the Unity Party as far as the joint effort is concerned that culminated into President Boakai winning the 2023 general and presidential election is concerned. So that's the shape of the program this morning. Facebook became flooded yesterday with a video concerning of the newly confirmed Deputy Minister for Urban Affairs at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. She will subsequently apologize in a long statement last evening. Fatima Bintu Salif. She will apologize. She issued a statement last night apologizing. But let's leave it. She's apologized, and when I say let's leave it, we coming to talk about it. I'm just saying, let's put her aside. Let's assume it didn't happen. Let's put her aside, or we include her. Something is happening in this country, and I always believe our leaders are responsible. Our leaders are responsible. And if it were not for politics, I think we're losing a whole culture, tradition, our values. I don't know whether it is because of social media or because of Western education. Of course, in the West, they still got their own culture. We are losing out on a whole culture. The bravery, the audacity, the decision, the way people go about using invectives, the way people go about cursing, whether it's public officials, government officials, ministries and agencies, what are legislators, what are ordinary people. I don't know what people get the bravery from. The Liberian man that we all grew up to know used to be the man who would not even hiss his teeth. I'm saying the Liberian man. I'm talking about Liberians. You know, whenever you say man, a human being, yeah, I'm talking about man. I'm talking about the gender. I'm talking about Liberian man. I'm talking about generally all of us as Liberians. We used to be so afraid to hiss our teeth at people. I don't like people giving examples of the war, because sometimes most of the people who doing these things are people who didn't fight the war. Some of them acquire very good Western education. They went to school in very good country. They're very intelligent. They're supposed to be very intelligent people. But if it were not for politics, and you know, following the sensation of hostilities in the country, I think this is what our leaders like to see. When people behave this way, that's the only time the leaders know that the particular person is supporting him, or I think it's about power. So when the leaders are looking for power, they blind their eyes to morality, to morals, to a lot of things, all in the name of power. And so when they come to the power, it becomes difficult to control certain things. Some of the people who do these things are people who people honor in the churches, are Father of the Year, Mother of the Year. Some of them are so influential in the churches. Some of them are influential in the different mosques across the country. Some of them are people who people respect in the churches. But I'm beginning to worry. I'm beginning to worry about the future of our democracy. I'm beginning to worry if our leaders don't step in so that we put a stop to this thing, we may likely see people attacking each other practically and physically in the streets. And as a country, I'm not sure we want to attempt to reach that level where people will physically be hunting each other in the streets. People will be attacking people in the streets. Reverend Gardner Johnson of the Restoration Baptist Church recently said something. He said, language reflects the values of a society. When profanity becomes a normal way of life, it's more than just words. It signals a shift in respect, civility, and moral standards. People grow desensitized to offense speech. Children absorb it as normal behavior, and public discourse loses its dignity. When leaders and institutions fail to correct it, it sends the message that vulgarity is acceptable. Over time, this erodes trust, unity, cultural integrity, shaping a society where disrespect becomes standard. A nation that tolerates profanity risks its moral and cultural foundation. Guiding our words is not about censorship. It's about protecting the soul of the nation, the character of its people, and the future of coming generations. Reverend Johnson says, let's take a look at our nation and we will see how bad it has gone. Can we please correct it now before it goes beyond control and guard the future of our children's future? When Profanity is becoming a normal thing. And people from all sides of the political divide, they will protect their own. But then the other person started it. And when the other person started, the other person doing it. And when the other person started, the other person talking. And when the other person started, profanity is becoming a new normal. The thing is becoming standardized. I've always said it, to the extent that to become popular in the new Liberian political landscape, you must be rude. You must call on the radio. You must go and insult people. You must take onto your Facebook page and insult. Listen, all of us, I'm not a saint. I'm not pretending to be one. I'm not sure my upbringing will allow me to publicly speak out certain things to people. Because my dead mother, even in her grave, will not forgive me for that. Because she didn't bring me up that way. Insults is becoming so normal, so to the extent that nobody cares anymore. Morality, we make politics in the country look like when you are part of a political party, when you are a political person, morality is not supposed to be your thing. I mean, cursing is supposed to be a normal thing. To the extent that even people who our leaders, who the children are counting on. I've always said it. If you reward people who insult other people in your behalf or on your behalf, and the children see them, they are the people becoming ministers and deputy ministers and assistant ministers and managing directors all in the government, you are sending a clear message. The message you are sending is, look, go to school, get all the degree you want to get, but to get recognized in the Liberian society, to get recognized in the Liberian society, you got to be disrespectful. If you're not disrespectful, nobody will know you. Our institutions are failing to correct it. Our leaders are failing to correct it. So it's becoming normal. People take onto social media, people go to other platforms and take an hour just to read insults at people. The elders are no longer respected in the land because the elders themselves do not even respect themselves anymore. Respect and you will be respected. We are losing it all. This is not us, my people. This is not us. This is not us. Can we learn to just respect one another? To tolerate each other's views? You can allow me to explain for 30 minutes. When I conclude, you disagree with me and you give me the reason why. You do not have to necessarily insult me. Look at how the country is looking. We celebrating bad people and we vilify good people. So good people are turning bad because to be bad, to be rude, to be indisciplined is one of the mediums by which people get popular and people get government jobs in the country. The day we'll have a president, the day we have our leaders issuing statements and saying you can disagree with anybody, but when you insult people, I would dismiss you. Listen, public service is the highest privilege anybody can get in your country. For the president to look among thousands of millions of people in your country to appoint you. I mean, even if you were rude before, you got to change automatically because society expects a lot from you. Community expects the neighborhood. What's happening to us, my people? Why we curse each other the way we do in the name of politics? We can bitterly disagree to agree. The way people curse people in. So no, sometimes when people curse people, you can check. Yeah? Some people when they curse, you can check. You wonder what that show somebody making all that or you wonder what you in your sleep, all that something. I mean, sometimes you wonder what that something going on. And the thing I like about it, everybody will protect their side. But our leaders are the reason. Our leaders like it. Because our leaders believe this is the only way they will continue to maintain, to hold on to power. For them, it is not about a competition of being intelligent and an exchange of ideas and a competition of ideas. To them, it is not about people presenting themselves as the best alternative for the leadership of the country. To them, you got to be disrespectful. To them, they don't care. One, it is about power and they get in the office. You got to curse anybody because of them. And people will celebrate you. They give you all kinds of names. They celebrate you. Then before you look, you get presidential appointment. That's what we do here. And I don't see it changing anytime soon. I want to see a president who will stand his or her ground. To say, it's not going to happen in my government. You cause what you like. Cause unto thy kingdom come. Disrespect people, everything. You're not going to get government job here because government is supposed to be for very intelligent people. Government is supposed to be a composition of very intelligent people. Our leaders do not punish their surrogates. No. Our leaders do not punish their surrogates. This is why they like. They hail people who are disrespectful to other leaders. But your time will come. Because when the people cause, all the causing finish, they can turn the causing down to you. Women cursing women. Men cursing men. Men cursing women. The whole society. No, we're not saying these things. People don't talk politics in other countries. Imagine all hours they're cursing. I come on the radio in the morning. I got 3 hours here every day. Because I disagree with people. I just cursing people. All kinds of characterization of people. I just saying things. No, but some of us, we're not brought up that way. What are we teaching in our schools? What are we learning in our Sunday school classes? What are we teaching in the mosques? The people who are supposed to be fathers, when you hear them talk, when they call somebody near you, you can get cold. The respect, the Liberian culture, that tradition, everything is gone. Because that's what our leaders love. They have changed the face of the politics in the country. Politics here now is no longer about, I'm not going to, somebody say, call people, no. If I start calling you, it will not end. Because in 2005, since 2005, people insulted Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Some of them became ministers in her government. That was the pace started being set. Today, nobody fear anything now in the country. To the extent that when people the president of the Republic of Liberia, the president of the country. Look, when we were children in school, when they say Nima County Superintendent Stephen B. Daniels, when they say Superintendent Stephen B. Daniels is coming to Yekepa, we will stand so now from 9 o'clock in the morning all the way to 2 o'clock. Then the superintendent not even come. Maybe the man to the hall is still having lunch. But as children, we will stand on our road. And the superintendent can say, why he talking to you? Maybe you just get down from a car and shake few people's hands. And, or sometimes the superintendent not going to get down from a car. The man, you open top car. I'm talking about just superintendent. I'm talking about when they say the minister of education come here. The superintendent will stay in our open top car. He just wave to you. But you won't see him, so no, you ain't going to move. Least to talk about when they say President Doe coming on power. That one a different story. That's how the things used to be. The respect used to be there. Other countries forward, Rwanda them forward. People forward all around the place. Institutions have spent millions of dollars on public education, community awareness, sensitizing people, doing everything, but all the things are not working. You look at a girl, you look at a woman that's supposed to be your mom, that's supposed to be your sister, that's supposed to be your wife, and you just use words on her. And even when men are insulting women, other women are celebrating. When women insulting men, other men celebrating. No, the society is going bad. Our leaders, that is the reason why all the time you hear me, I'm so passionate about our current president, Boakai, and the two former presidents regularly having meetings. It's not going to take anything from anybody. How do, and our elders in the different community and all of us, how do we even attempt to change this thing? How? Are we getting from this thing anytime soon? Are we? They will say we won't call it, we won't be naming people, will tell the whole 1 week because the names are there. Some of them are in government today, some of them are not government officials. The way they come to power, we are gradually condescending as a nation. We are gradually condescending to the extent that public service is becoming no longer about merit anymore. No. But I mean, the stage we're reaching, public service at some point is not about merit anymore. It is about who have the loudest voice in the room. It is about saying things that people will recognize you by and say, yeah, they been in the struggle. The man was defending her. The man been defending the revolution. The man been defending the revolution. We are losing it all. And this thing, our leaders have the capacity to put a stop to it. When you appoint people in the government and they behave in the public in the minor, that is intended to bring the country to public disrepute, let them go. Go to the legislature. When people get angry over there, the words they can use there, it can be easy. Go there. That people follow a mother, then they leave the home in the morning, they can't work. You can disagree. You can argue bitterly. You can exchange words. But you can do it with civility. Now, how the country, everybody just angry. Because government officials then, instead of them even doing a job, they on Facebook, they bullying people. They're throwing hints. Ain't no thing. It brings about a lot of things. They're throwing hints. They posting all kind of things. What in a librarian meeting, what I'm gonna say? They're teasing people. Hey, the good thing about it, when people in opposition, it hurts. They complain that is not a way to do it. Of course, when they become officials too, they repeat same. They bully people. Every day they bully people. Oh, what tiny sedition. Then other men say rescue puppet. The other men, hey, you call people all kind of name. The men say, wow, have lot men. When you throw hints at people, you know they're not going to be happy. Causing is standardized in it. Look, we need to stop it. If we stop this thing, if care is not taken, I'm telling you, there is coming a time that people will personally, physically, and personally, and publicly, people will start attacking people. People will start fighting. Because when you get a kind of thing to a stage, so now people ain't care against it. Our leaders must play the role. The leaders are supposed to be elders of the land. When you're in leadership position, you got to get gray hair. By reasoning, you are an elder. That's why I always say the grandchild of an elder is an elder by extension. When you are in certain leadership position in a country, you are an elder because society will depend on you. The position would dictate certain things. But Marco, Paco, that so now when you made mistakes, when we were coming here, you cause your friend, not a man man, but you just cause the man. You're not coming home. You're not coming home. You coming home with me. Even made say your man or your pa or your people, they will be waiting for you, brother. Anytime you come to that hall, you will get your flocking. I don't say you call the man man. I say the man said. You just cause your friend. They're waiting for you, brother. So now they can time you. You can't. Nobody tells you you sleep. Soon morning they're waking you up. That beating by you getting there, they will flock you. Next time you're not cause. They aren't talking about for you to call somebody man. You call somebody man, by him man a whole week, they will be beating you. This is the OK Morning Rush. You know, I wanted to talk about a lot of things, but I just decided to talk this one. Monday, we'll talk. I wanted to read Representative Ellis Noah's letter to the House of Representatives about this whole Aslam Tower and HPF thing. He's concerned about some situations, some issues about contacting the Guinean authority for some things. Monday we'll talk about, we'll take some time next week to talk about the Aslam Tower thing and those things. But we are a group of people, man, people. No matter, no, we don't have to like it. Then I will tell God to put us on the side. All of us can belong to the same political party. That is the honest truth. In fact, differences in political parties strengthen democracy. That's why some people can be in government, some people got to be in opposition. But you let take time, man, people. Whether you are in government or whether you are in opposition or whether you are an ordinary person, you let take time so we can enjoy the country. The experiences we've had have been terrible. Let's take time. Yeah, let's stop the way we do some of the things we do. And the president, the vice president, the speaker, pro tem, all these people in leadership position must take the lead. Somebody can't favor, they just cause other people. You know, you tease people. Listen, you already in power. You already in power and you think that everybody happy? Eh? Then you the whole day you're teasing people instead of going to your own job. And when I say teasing people, you're not friendly in the way you tease people. You say all kinds of negative things, bad things. They nominate you. You go for confirmation. Yeah, some things happen there. You made some mistakes. You go, you apologize, they accept. Then by the time they confirm you, boom, the next minute, you're on Facebook, you're cussing. That is dishonorable. You come back, you apologize. We accept your apologies. Because when people apologize, you can't do anything to them. But that is not supposed to be. That is unbecoming of a public official. And all of us should discourage it. It sets, look, you know what set us apart? Some of us who went to school, at least who stopped in 6th grade, 4th grade, 3rd grade. And the thing that set us apart from the other people is the fact that they didn't go to school. That what make it when they look at all the cause our man, we don't cause their man too. Because when you cause their man, people will say, after the minister they go to school, they may ain't learn moral, they ain't learn how to do things. And you know, when you are government official now, regardless of your age, you are B man, you are B woman. You're supposed to act as such. You're supposed to act as such. You're supposed to treat people, and you know, certain things you're not supposed to do anymore. I beg all of us, whether you're a journalist, whether you're a politician, whether you're a nurse, whatever, the country is too small. The country is small. The way people cause it now is too unbecoming. Okay, let me leave here. Let me talk to Assistant Minister Yankwe. I'm sure that is the exact pronunciation of the last name. Mr. Minister, good morning.
Morning, Clarence. How are you this morning? How is Morovia?
Morovia is great. Did I rightfully or rightly pronounce the last name?
So the last name is Yankwe. When you are speaking English, if you are speaking Loma, it will be Yankwe.
Yankwe.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Minister. I'm told you are in Ganta with others trying to look at a key national document. What exactly you want to talk to us about?
So, Clarence, we are here in Ganta with other institutions, including two other assistant ministers, the assistant minister ability for planning at the Ministry of Public Works, the assistant minister Jackson Warba from the Ministry of Labor. And then we are discussing or crafting the annual economic review of Liberia. For short, we call it the AER. And AER tries to assess the performance of the economy, looking at GDP, inflation, other sectors, infrastructure, energy, health, education, and what have you.
Okay, and it's brought together who are those participating, and what do you hope to achieve as a ministry?
So those that are here, we have ministry and agencies that are here. You have the Liberian Water and Sewer Authority here. You have Mines and Energy represented. You have Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, the Public Works, Ministry of Labor, and we are like 35 in numbers, technicians trying to craft this document. So what we do, we assess the economy, look at threat, look at potential, come up with policy recommendations that we can be able to intervene to ensure we improve the well-being of our people.
Okay, and of course, so people coming from what, across the country, or select sector ministries and agencies?
Selected sector ministry and agency. And we are currently crafting the 2024 annual economic review. We know that it's a delay, but we have to do 22 and 23 before doing the 2024. So we can promise the Liberian people that in the first quarter of next year we'll be able to publish the 2025, and early next year we'll be able to publish the 2024.
When do you leave Ganta?
We leave Ganta on Saturday.
Okay, Mr. Minister, thank you for talking to us, except you want to say something that you didn't talk about.
Larry, thank you for having me, and we want to say thank you to the technicians here. The work is going on well. We also want to say thank you to the Ministry of Finance Authority. They is squarely sponsored by government. In the past, it was sponsored by partners, but with that, we were not publishing every year. So if you look on the ministry website, you see missing years. But we are committing ourselves as a government that we ourselves put our resources in this, and we ensure we have it published every year. When you do the assessment, it puts you in a better position to do empirical analysis, to make prudent policy interventions that can have greater impact on the society.
Thank you, Minister Henry Yankwe is an assistant minister at the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. He was talking to us from Ganta in Nimba County, where they are holding a section. They are there for 3 days. Now, briefly before we open the lines, let's go to the legislature, especially the Liberian Senate, with a whole debate about, you know, when former President Weah was in power, I remember 2 key nominations. They went for confirmation, they were denied. The nomination of my friend Darlington Cali, the Cottington boy. Darlington Cali was appointed to go to the Liberia Airport Authority over there. And then this late guy, Zole Zo. When Senator DeLong and others, but he played a key role on that because he was on back-to-back on Facebook. He showed that Zole Zo and Darlington County did not get confirmed, then in opposition, because either Darlington County lied in his credential or he did not present, he did not have the kind of credential he should have had to occupy the position. And Zole Zo probably did something on Facebook that was inciting, that was bad, and he did not apologize, and they held him for it, and all those kinds of things. They did not get confirmed, and Senator Darius DeLong led a campaign to ensure that these people did not get confirmed in the CDC government. And I like the argument about people holding him. All of us need to hold him because he should not be changing his standards. When Senator DeLong had certain standards yesterday, then in opposition, and he stood his ground so much, even though the ruling party, I'm sure the CDC at that time, had the majority in the Senate, but DeLong stood his ground, and he managed to convince the rest of his colleagues that, look, these people do not have what it takes to get a job, they lie on an oath or blah, blah, blah. He stood his ground. Using few Unity Party or, like my senators at that time, and those people did not get confirmed. Today, similar things are happening. And let's agree for the argument that Senator DeLong is not holding. No, let's agree that he has dropped the ball. The things he spoke against yesterday, he's not speaking against some of them today. That's standards. We're supposed to hold people by that. The political side is almost looking at, look, the court, the law cannot do for one what you're supposed to do for yourself. Do you really expect Senator DeLong to work for the opposition in his own government? Every time we come up with these kinds of debate, I'm wondering, how many CDC senators do we have at the legislature, at the Liberian Senate? We have Abbott Chie, number 1, Nathaniel Magio, 2, Augustine Chie, 3, Creighton Duncan, 4, Bill Tuare, 5, Blebo Brown, 6, Simeon Taylor, 7, and Senator Joseph Jala from Lofa County, 8. Maybe I made something up. If we have 8 CDC senators, Numenum Batikwa 9. If it belong in your government, doing your government, made sure people did not get confirmed because he thought they lacked certain things. Why are you not standing your ground in this government? What's stopping all the CDC senators at the Liberian Senate from standing their grounds to say, you know what, that woman, she lied on her oath. She cannot, there is nothing that's going to make us to confirm her. And if you are the only 8 or 9 senators that will vote against for the record, why are you not standing your grounds? I remember during the CDC regime, something happened and the Unity Party suspended, I think, all the lawmakers who participated in that. Something happened. I may not just be getting that thing right. Why are you not taking, why you want DeLong and the other Unity Party supported senators to do what you're supposed to do for yourself and the country? If they didn't, let's agree they're not doing it for the country. They're not doing it for themselves. They're not doing it for the country. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from doing it? You are more. You are 8 or 9 senators from the CDC. Or you won't come back to power. Or you people been within the party mandate. The party hasn't issued an instruction. Because if that belongs to your ground, your time, and did what he did, why you want him to do it in your own government? Probably he's trying to protect himself and protect his government. But you CDC people, you CDC lawmakers, you must take the lead. When the situation of phonetic cover removal was MNN or all around the place, what did the CDC lawmakers do? Did the CDC legislative caucus issue any statement to say this is utterly undemocratic and unconstitutional? We stand with Funati. Yeah. The people tying opposition, they will stand together. They held your feet to the fire, your government's feet to the fire. We don't see that. Somebody signing the Senator Vapala. If she around, we'll take her shortly. 0-777-700-99 and 555-995-995 are the numbers to call the OK Morning Rush, and let's have a conversation. Let's talk about the things based on mutual respect, based on civility, because civility is very important. The way our public service, the way our governance system is declining in context, not in the context of performance, but the way public officials are carrying themselves is becoming worrisome. What are we teaching the children? Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen in the coming years, but the impression we're creating here in the country, it may not help us. Let me hear your perspective. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Clarence.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Jefferson D. Bidel, and I call from the J13.
Bidel.
Yeah, thank you for the platform. Clarence, I agree with you that we're losing our value as a nation. There's no respect in our public. Anybody can just wake up, insult anybody, anytime. But Clarence, did you listen to the information minister, the latest call in town?
The latest what?
The latest course in town, the information minister.
No, I don't even want you to cause. I don't even want you to do any latest course business. I beg you.
Senior Taylor had press conference, and Senior Taylor is a librarian. He has a right to point out something in a budget. But
you mean Simeon Freeman?
Simeon Freeman, Simeon Freeman. The government trying to respond to Mr. Taylor through the information minister. Limit left the whole topic. They may point out something in the budget. They may left the whole argument and the issue that man raised. Start attacking a man, how the man do they get. We won't listen to that thing.
Okay, Chief. Thank you. Thank you. And please, you don't have to repeat an example of what somebody said. If it's not going to be good for our ear, the radio, I'll cut you off. Hello?
Good morning. Morning, Piso.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you for the services about the Liberian people. And let me say thanks to your family for allowing you to do such early morning hour. Now, Piso, this is B. Kipling Yiswa. Piso, in public administration, public personnel administration, there's something called merit and patronage. We believe, and they take the patronage system over the merit system. So that's the reason why you guys take the issue of insulting leaders from both sides, and our heads appreciate them and honor them. And let me give you some information. The issue of insulting president, it came from 1986 and the 80s, so it's not 2005.
Really?
People, yes. President Samuel Kanyando were insulted, and they called him idiots and bookers. in the country.
It looked like how we had social media during that time, it would have been
No,
worse than now.
There was no Facebook. It was daily newspaper, and daily star newspaper. These two newspapers, I will make a research and do that publication on social media. There is president though in the country. I don't care how the election went. If he cheated or he did cheat that equally so. That was induction, and he was the president of the nation. That respect should have given to him. But they insulted though in a country calling idiots
We don't.
all kinds of stuff.
All right,
Then come to 2005. People came in the country and insulted their own political party leader, the Megan Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs. It continue on and on and on. But if you go to the country, Piso, today, people who are not high school graduates are leaders in our very country.
Exactly.
Only because they are patronage. They use the patronage system in the country. There's no merit system. Those that don't graduate from high school are in the counter leadership of our country. Only because they were in the vanguard doing I will say. So they don't care. They will not after insult, I will get you a job. And we didn't graduate from that.
Okay, Ghibli. Thank you. Let's leave it there. Let's go right here on this line. I know Michael Bito is trying to join in. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Thank you. Clarence, the thing will not change. Don't. The time for it to change, the time pass.
It will not change.
No. But how can that change, Clarence?
Is it Musa Kone?
Oh yeah, for the record, yes, I'm Musa.
Why you think it will not change, Musa?
Because listen, I didn't even know that it started 1986. And when he said 1986, for example, who started it? I'm sure it's Madam Sedi who make that statement. Look at the trend. I'm sure it's Madam Sedi who make that statement. So the Unity Party is noted.
No, but at that time, 1987, I don't think she was Unity Party president.
No, I see people back. Like
no, I mean we just want we got to set the record straight now because the Unity Party was I don't know what I'm not follow that to know that what in the 80s she was a Unity Party president because I know they had Liberal Action Party, Liberal Unification Party. Yeah, go ahead.
That's the trend. The most insult in this country was honor the same Unity Party as a Jackson. As a Jackson, very educated. You think anything about people who go to school and people who not go to school? As a Jackson is educated, one of the best, brilliant. But can you go back and look at the family value, the upbringing? If the upbringing is bad, it doesn't matter your education. The upbringing will always show what was the last time in this country, parent. You go for confirmation. You already been confirmed. What do you want? A woman for that matter. Hey, I'm sorry, I don't know whether she Madingo. Is she Madingo? I don't know which whom she coming from, but I'm sure she's Sherry. And obviously, the Sherry people are some kind of people that they know. So maybe that's the pattern they carry. But if sincere speaking,
you want him cloud on your friend and then they'll come after you.
They can come after me. I'm big for them.
All right, Musa.
The upbringing can never change. You can go to Harvard, you can go to where you
but
want
all
to
of us should attempt to change it. If we make it look like nothing will change, then our children and their children will live with it. You know.
This is the trend, Clarence. You know, they may talk about merit system. You think people no, when you are insulting people here, I mean you are educated, you are the strong man. Look at that other guy, old man, he's staying in university, he's supposed to be quiet, but that guy is the one who go on air. I mean, he used the statement he used on George Weah, he used the same statement on Joseph Boakai. But people think that guy in LU, how can you listen, Clarence, I live one time, maybe the person listening. I went to alumni game, I think LU and UMU or AMU. The two schools supposed to be the best in our country, but guess what? Come on, alumni game, the guy from LU started fighting, he started insulting, and I went to him and said, my man, sorry to say, they're not black bar.
Okay, Musa.
And someone that play, you can't be from LU, you just come on, alumni, and you fighting. So the thing is, the trend, the upbringing is bad. The only way it can change, we have to change everybody like bring new breed of people, but it's bad.
Which is obviously not possible. Maybe you just say that one for that one. You know that one not possible. Okay, we have, I don't like to mispronounce the position, but she will correct me in a lot. I think the senior national vice chair of the Unity Party. And I think the chair of the, anyway, let me leave it. I want, but we have Grand Cape Mount County Senator Daba Mabani Vapala. That one, sure. That one, I'm not going to miss it. Sure, don't hold me for that one. There. Senator Vapala is here and we'll talk Unity Party issue. I saw Kula Fofana posting and saying the way she looking at Kate Man will borrow some people money and all because the money part is too plenty in Kate Man. I was just laughing when the Nima people come here. Nima people say, "Hey, look at the hair color project. We will just build it." But she's here, and we'll talk about the party. Senator, good morning. It's good to have you. It's been a while, Oma.
Good morning. Thank you. Yes, it's been a while.
Yeah,
but I'm glad to be back here. Thank you for having me this morning.
I know, Senator. How is everything? Long time to see you. The last time I checked, I think you were part of a delegation to France, something like that. I think I saw you some of these videos.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. How is the Senate?
The Senate is doing well. It's doing fine. And I know that you are following.
I am.
As a strong media actor.
I am. How is Kitman too?
Kepma is doing fine. Kepma is doing fine.
Okay.
There are state challenges, but we are working
I know.
to resolve those. So.
I know the challenges. You always being passionate about the role. You know, are you going to engage public water dry season to make some interventions again?
Well, Public Works has assured us publicly, not only for Cape Mount, but the nationwide, that there will be an octopus kind of engagement during this dry season. The last time Liberians heard about octopus, it was very negative. This time it's a positive octopus. And we believe that that will happen because we see that there are preparations that give us the hope that those things will happen.
Okay, Oma. So we'll leave Cape Mount very shortly. But my friends in Cape Mount usually give me the impression that the Cape Martinians is that how you call you, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. In America, they're very strong. Are they still engaged with the county through people like you and other leaders?
Yes, they are still engaged. That's an organization that is sustained. And sometime last year, they had a transition. And the new leadership is still engaged with the county. They do this intervention, particularly on the infrastructure and health side. And that is very commendable. We are engaged with them.
Okay. So let's leave Cape Mount. Aside from Senator Vapla of Cape Mount, you are a ranking official of the Unity Party. We are told that December 6th. Give us a picture of this December 16th. What is it? Is it you're going to be raising money to build county headquarters? You're going to raise money to build your national? What is it? In fact, what role are you playing in that whole thing?
So I am the steering committee chairman of the December 6th event. What December 6th means to the Unity partisans across this country is the day that we've decided that every partisan will contribute towards what we call our own. The Unity Party has existed for several decades. We have been renting from one place to another. Even in the counties, there are about as many as only 3 counties, if you will, that has its own Unity Party headquarters. And even that needs some investment to bring it up to the level that we envisage. So this is the time that we've set aside as a party leadership to call on our partisans to come together and raise funds so that we can acquire a real property and develop that property into what represents the aspiration of the Unity partisans across this country. So December 6th is that day that we will gather. And as you read the poly, it's not only the headquarters in Montserrat or in Monrovia. It is headquarters across the 15 counties. In the counties, we've been renting, like I mentioned earlier. So on December 6th, it's just the start of what to become across the country. So we gather in Congotown at our old headquarters on December 6th. And we have already designed a way of raising that money. And that is to divide it among the 15 counties, appoint county fundraising committees, and we said that it would be a competition. So the county that raises the most will be awarded, the first 3 counties. So there's a first place winner, a second place winner, and a third place. So when you hear Patterson, Nyatwayan, Patterson, Kula Fofana, and all the other county leads and members of the committees are coming up with those statements, it is based on that competition that we have introduced to the process. So we look forward to raising a lot of money on that day, even if it will not be enough as we set it up, but it will be substantial to begin the process.
As the head of the steering committee, what's your target? And why December 6th? Is December 6th an important day to the unity? Is there anything you
Where
take on
the day itself doesn't have a historical tie to our
party.
activities in the party. But after the rains, it's almost like when people are celebrating the arrival of summer in the United States. After the rain, you see people come out and start having these dry season activities. So it's almost welcoming us into the dry season and also gathering to celebrate that we are indeed able to raise funds to own our own headquarters. And what makes it more important is that we say this is a homecoming. We are calling on partisans who have been distant. In a political situation, people will leave for one reason or the other, or they will start participating in activities. They will have, I think, in the church what they can say, step back or something, that it won't be coming. So it's a day that we're calling on all of them to come back home. And what makes it strategic is that we are all, as a party, even going back home to our Congo Town base. So this is an important event, and I believe there wouldn't be any United Partisan that wouldn't want to witness that entrance of the first standard bearer, the second standard bearer, the party chair, the vice chair, and the entire leadership to that place that we once called home.
I was asking about your target. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm looking between $2.5 to $3 million in the whole fundraising basket.
And you think you can meet that goal?
I think so. And like I said, it's not going to end on December 6th. And this is why we have identified key national leaders of our party to lead the process in their counties. So they will identify those people. Some people will come and say, okay, today we will contribute this amount in cash, but in so period, maybe over the next 1 year, we are able to pay this in trenches. So in that way, we expect that lead for the particular county will follow and make sure that those pledges and those commitments are actualized. So we believe that we'll raise the money, and we believe that we will own our own after December 6th.
Senator Vapla, in getting the first 3 winners that day, will people do pay? For example, my county brought 50,000, and because the other man bringing 100 down, say, okay, we'll pledge 200,000, you're added to our 50. Then
the award will not be based on pledges. Okay. The award will be based on the cash. Physical money that will come that day. That's where the award, that's where we identify the winners. The pledges will be to achieve our goal.
Are you people aware that there's a county called Nimba that is part of this thing?
Have you heard the story about small axe cutting big tree down? It can work and it will work. And let me tell you something, the smaller cutters are so much determined to win that day. Seriously, as soon as we started posting, saying, oh, we got a loafer, we got a Nima, we got a bond, Senator Moy, maybe he's listening to me and he might come again and speak the Pele.
Go deposit that in bond.
Can you compare that to what we got in Cape Mount? Can you? Really?
You tell us.
I'm telling you. So if we are looking at national deposit,
they say that plenty of fish can die there in Cape Mount.
But the good thing about Cape Mount, we got resources not only in minerals, but we got it also, like you just mentioned, fish.
When Prince Moy go to Baomu and come back, that gold money.
We'll see December 6th. Let's not scare each other. Let's put our best into the basket.
I'm not scare you.
Thank you.
I'm not scare Cape Mount.
We can't even be afraid. We have a history of strong people from the Western region, so we can't be afraid. Nobody can intimidate us. But I'm not here to talk for Cape Man. I'm here to talk about the entire event because I serve as the steering committee. But mind you, I'm also the fundraiser chairperson for Cape Man.
Now you've moved back to your Congo Town headquarters, and there's speculations that you've acquired a place already. If you're looking for 2.5 million or whatever, well, are you going to expand the place or build another headquarters? Is that the idea?
So there are processes through which you acquire real properties. You identify the property, identify the owner, have negotiation, agree on terms, and translate those terms into purchase agreement. And once you place your signature on such a document, access is given you because you've agreed on payment terms. And that is where the Unity Party is. So after December 6th, whatever we raise, we are going to start the payment of that property.
Are your diaspora, partisans in any way part of it?
Yes, just as we established committee here, the diaspora committee has been established and they are working to have their contribution presented at that program.
And then for the counties headquarters, are you living with the individual counties after December 6th?
So each county has been tasked to acquire a plot of land, if you will, an acre at the minimum in a county capital. On December 6th, the 15 counties will be required to come individually as they present their envelope of cash. They should present that document. What that does is that the Unity Party national level knows now that indeed we have a property deeded, probated for us inside counties. And so the county leadership will be asked to organize event almost like the December 6th event that we national leaders will also go to grace and raise funds and begin the process. And without even starting that, there are counties that partisans have come out to say, okay, I'm responsible for the land. Okay, I will give 50 bags of cement. Okay, I will produce it. So, I mean, we are overwhelmed by such commitments. And it's like the partisans themselves have expected this long time. So it's good that the leadership is just walking through it and rising to the occasion, and for this movement, grabbing the opportunity to run with it.
So just give us a picture of December 6th. What's going to happen?
December 6th, but before December 6th, there will be a November 22nd.
Oh, what's that?
Now that we have access to the property, the vice tender bearer of the party is doing a walkthrough, a launch of the. I hate to use the word launch because of the excitement. The partisans are so proactive. Because while we were getting the schedule from the vice president, this vice tender bearer to go and launch the cleanup on this Saturday, partisans are already moving and have cleaned up ahead of time. This is how much we are excited and committed to this process. So on November 22nd, the vice tender bearer, alongside the chairman and all vice chairs and leaders of the party, the youth, the women leaders, will do a walkthrough to ensure that everything is intact, the cleanup is good, the place is ready to host us on December 6th. So on December 6th in the morning, partisans will start trooping to the venue of the program, which is in Congo Town, our Congo Town headquarters. Mm-hmm. There will be dancing, there will be singing, the salsas, the kissy salsas, the vibes salsas, and everything will be there. Our rescue artists will be performing until early afternoon when we receive our first tender bearer and vice tender bearer. The first partisan rather, and second partisans will be coming in. When they enter, and we begin the program. But mind you, we have invited a lot of dignitaries, including our former party officials, including partisans who have been quiet and sitting and not participating in activities. So we receive them in, and then we start the program. At that program, there will be speeches, there will be recognition of dignitaries, there will be recognition of invited guests, our Alliance Party members, well wishers of the Unity Party, and then we come to the fundraiser. At the fundraiser, the contest will now come individually to present their prize to the fundraising committee chairman, and that's Anthony Cornelia Crack. After which her team will quickly do the calculation and announce the funds received. And then awards will be given to the winners, and we have closing statements, and we just celebrate because we are back home. And we are reunited with some of our old partisans who have made significant contribution to the party that we call our own today.
Have you? Will you invite Madam Former President?
Of course, when we talk about former party leaders, when we talk about key stakeholders of the Unity Party, of course, yes.
Will you extend invitation? Probably this one could be rare, but opposition party leaders to say, come see what we're doing, come sit with us. I mean, watch us.
Well, why not? We believe in democracy. We are all Liberians. Let me tell you something. Politics is not animosity.
That's how it should be.
It is different in opinion. It is different in political orientation and political belief. And that's it. We are all Liberians. I am here. My sibling also could be on the other side. We all believe that Unity Party can do it better. They believe that the other party can do it better. Does that make us enemies? No, it doesn't. We only have difference in belief politically. So yes, we'll be inviting other opposition political leaders, and we have already invited some of them. Yes, we have already done so.
Madam Daba Mambandi Vapla is the steering committee chair of the Unity Party December 6 homecoming and fundraising for their headquarters. She's our guest on the show this morning. We're talking everything. She said before December 6th, there will be a November 22 when the vice